Well, Kenya's private sector is now set to begin importing COVID-19 vaccines. This comes after the government allowed members of the Kenya Private Sector Alliance to bring in 1 million doses through government agencies. CGTN's Wilkister Nyabwa has more on that story.
Hardly 6 months after it launched its COVID-19 vaccine efforts, Kenya has administered just over 1.7 million vaccines to members of the public. Only about 2.4% of adults in the country are fully vaccinated. Kenya has also placed an order for 13 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and now it's taking yet another step to secure even more vaccines. The Ministry of Health has authorized the country's private sector to import 1 million vaccine doses.
We are likely to see increased coverage because then it means we can have more vaccine in the country, even times when the government is not able to access the vaccine through the usual mechanisms, through the country donations, through the COVAX mechanisms.
In March, Kenya's Cabinet Secretary for Health, Mutahi Kagwe, had announced that no private entity would be involved in the procurement of COVID-19 vaccines. This was to reduce the potential risk of importation of counterfeit vaccines. Now the government has set up a mechanism to ensure accountability. Under the arrangement, the private sector will secure 1 million vaccine doses, but through a government agency. This will serve as a pilot project.
I think the government has worked very hard to ensure that we have the right controls, all the way from ensuring that the vaccines that are being imported are accredited vaccines. We now have controls around who gets the license based on their capacity for the supply chain to import, to distribute, to administer.
Kenya, which has seen an upsurge in its COVID-19 infection rates in recent weeks, is looking to vaccinate a huge section of its population in coming months. Wilkister, Nyabwa, CGTN.